I was just looking at rainfall totals received yesterday and last night, just because it's going to make a difference in several factors. But I'll get into that in just a second. So it looks like to me the winters last night were actually down here around Fort Scott. There was a flash flood watch in effect until just about an hour ago. So actually, down here along 54 Highway, I'm seeing, I just thought I saw where 4 inches, at least radar indicated. But here's the overall rain footprint looking at last night. So it looks like the heaviest of the rainfall received last night, if you're curious, tapered off just to the south and to the west of Rich Hill, where I'm seeing almost an inch and a half of rain received by you guys. And then drops off sharply after that, which with any other areas significant, picking up maybe about a half inch through last night. But I wanted to pop out and show you satellite view real quick before we get into the forecast for the severe weather, because that's going to make a big difference. And it's something to keep an eye on today that you, no matter what you're doing today, can also keep an eye on. Do a little bit of your own weather prediction. I'm going to show you how. Here's satellite view right now, and I'm seeing moderate to heavy cloud cover, and that's going to make a big difference today. So the bottom line is that if the clouds stay covered over our area today, like they are moderately at least, that is going to significantly inhibit convective activity for severe weather this afternoon. If the clouds clear out and that bright sunshine breaks through, which is normally a good thing, not today, it will not be. That will build up the instability toward the afternoon. So I'm going to show you what the models are suggesting sets up, but so much is going to depend on what happens with this cloud cover. So that's just something for you to keep an eye on today. And I thought it might help get you through the day. So here is the severe weather outlook for today. What is interesting is that the 4 out of 5 moderate risk has shifted down to Oklahoma, picking up just a little bit of northwest Arkansas. All of our areas still in the 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. And we're going to go through those here. So obviously there it is, picking up the Kansas view just a little bit. Nothing new there. We'll take a look at it here from tornado outlook. This has to do, as I was explaining yesterday, with the evolution of cells. Definitely possible in the afternoon wave that comes through a little bit more so than the evening. But again, stronger tornado outlook, sagging down Oklahoma, picking up northwest Arkansas. Here's the big factor, though, I think overall that all of us are going to be susceptible to no matter when today, and that's going to be severe winds, possibly with the wave that comes through later this evening, possibly up to some 70-mile-per-hour winds, although 40 to 50 and 60, a lot more likely, and definitely not out of the question there. So let's take a look at some timing here, and we will put on model data. And here it is. So this is just kind of big picture looking at the whole day and how this evolves. So here we are right now. We'll take a look at where we're going. So getting into the late morning, early afternoon. So see if those clouds stay together and they don't let much heat up. I'm not too worried about this stuff that comes through at 1, 2, 3. And I mean, it just depends. If we get a break and it heats up, this stuff could be pretty robust. Moving through the later afternoon now, I'm up to 3, 4 p.m. So this is really just a watch and see. You know, this stands a chance to be robust, to bring us very large hail. We do have a wind threat, but it's really the tornado threat with this stuff that moves through. I'm up to about 4 p.m. now. So as that stuff moves out, that's just our big question mark. I do think we get some precipitation. I think we get some thunderstorms, but that's what I want to put your attention to for the afternoon hours. It's just very conditional on what happens. However, a little bit less conditional will be this evening. I'm up to about 4 p.m. now and looking at this possible linear structure. So we have thunderstorms that should be clustered, and they start off with the same threats as our afternoon stuff over in Oklahoma, Kansas. For all the stuff that goes with those small discrete cells. This is where the tornado risk picks up. But look what happens as we go through the evening. I'm into there's 7 p.m. Here's 8, 9, 10. Here we have a couple of things to watch out for. We watch out for these cells to congeal and possibly form a linear structure. But I got to be really honest. We're going to pay attention tonight. I'm not sure about instability as these come through west to east. Let me back this up. We have the ingredients. I mean, look at the possibility for a linear structure, and HRRR data. That's what we're looking at right now. Is showing several. If I go north to south, little bowed line segments. where our rear inflow jet could start to push out a bow. So we're going to watch for that, but I'm not too sure if that all the instability that is needed to make these super strong is there as we push into the evening. So that's what we're doing. We're keeping an eye today. We're watching. We have the ingredients, and we're going to be prepared better for all this information. So, a couple other things to talk about. Good stuff in regards to rain, being so sporadic, not getting as much as we thought we might yesterday. So, what is left to go? I think through about the next 78 hours, I think it's something like 2 inches, 2.5 up here in for Bates County, 2.6, a little bit more up into Cass County, and then dropping off, down south of you guys in Fort Scott, Nevada, maybe only picking up around an inch and a half left to go. So the good news is, with the soils not being overly saturated yet, we should be able to take most of this with pretty minimal concerns, except for possibly the low-lying areas. So what happens after all this is said and done? We've been talking about the same storm system for the last 4 days. Trust me, I know. So 80 degrees will be our high today. Tomorrow, all this is going to cool us down to about 70, where we're going to stay. Things are going to cool out for the midweek to the end of the week, with possibly overnight lows. Look at this, like about 46 for Thursday morning, only getting up to 68 on said Thursday. So that is what I have for you. I will be here today to watch all of this with you and watch things start to take shape, see what happens. I will jump on here live when there are any warnings issued in East Central Kansas or West Central Missouri. We'll go through them together. We'll get